I feel like I can just stay here forever looking at the clouds move by the mountain.
I can't wait to climb up the mountain.
Be careful.
It was as if I was doing a one-legged squat every single time.
Okay! And this is the most underrated view of the entire Java island.
So beautiful.
Oh yes.
Look at that.
Hey guys, we are here at Changi Airport and we are going to head to Yogyakarta.
The reason why we are going to Yogyakarta is because we are going to climb Mount Merbabu. It will be a 2-day, 1-night hike and it will be our first time sleeping in tents.
We have never done this before. Are you excited and are your legs ready?
Guests who have landed at Yogyakarta International Airport in Kulon Progo. The call time now is 27 minutes to 1. For your safety, please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is switched off.
Hi guys, we brought water for the trip.
So for this 2-day, 1-night hike, we need to bring a couple of essential items. And part of it includes water. Pretty essential because water itself is our source of life. Parka, women's jacket, Nature's Valley oats and honey granola bars, some gloves, jacket, tissues,
Portable charger and wires because there's no electricity up there.
warm winter wear because we definitely need to go up warm and fuzzy, 2 rain jackets in case it rains,
Lamps because we will be hiking in the dark.
toothpaste and toothbrush. Wait.
Oh, this is yours.
Sorry, this is mine. Most importantly, toilet paper. And because we didn't really have a packing list, so we really have to agar-agar. And so good luck to us for packing on this trip.
Hello. Hi. Oh, just arrived? Okay, coming.
Super excited. I can't wait to climb up the mountain.
So, you already prepared?
Thank you. We'll bring this one, but this
You
one,
leave in
this
the
one,
car.
this
Yeah,
one.
just leave in the
Leave
car. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we just drove 2 hours up to New Selo village and we are going to get some coffee and lunch before we head to the starting point of the hike. And right behind me is Mount Merbabu, which we are going to climb in a bit.
We're just super excited because the next thing that we're going to do is to gear up and then start climbing the mountain. What's your name?
Yoko.
Joko?
Yoko.
So you like trekking a lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am still many trekking in the Merapi before.
You're
close.
Ah.
I think it's 4-6 times a week.
4-6 times a week?
Yeah.
How heavy is your bag?
Oh, this is I think on 10 or 15 kilo.
Oh my gosh. Mount Merbabu is a stratovolcano located at central Java. It stands tall at about 3,145 meters. The name Merbabu could be translated as a mountain of ash. The word Meru means mountain, then the word Abu means ash.
One small step for Aaron, one giant leap for mankind. Our guide is actually hearing everything else, including the tents and the rest of our water. So we are taking this hike on the easy mode.
So far so good for me, because I'm not carrying anything. Just arrived into post 1. I think I'm exhausted, even though like I'm not carrying anything, and it's very tiring. The road is mostly filled with like soil, crossing over a little bit of boulders as well as a little bit of branches, so not easy. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay. Oh, I love your bag, huh? Okay, now I carry my own bag and then I'll see how heavy I am.
You go down and come up.
Go down. Your bag is a good support.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very evenly distributed. So if you're wondering where we are right now, we are currently in Central Java, Indonesia. This is Mount Merapi, and this is Merapi's dormant twin brother, Mount Merbabu. And that is the city of Yogyakarta, which we flew in from. There are 4 ways you can climb Mount Merbabu, but we decided to ascend the mountain from New Selo. To ascend Mount Merbabu, we started from Selo base camp, and there are 6 posts in total. We are currently at post 1 getting towards post 2. Post 2 and post 3 will be a little challenging. And then at post 4, this is where we'll stay a night in a tent. At 3 AM in the morning, we'll send 2 more posts so that we can catch the sunrise at the peak of the mountain. How are you feeling, Yoko? How are you
Yes.
feeling?
I think it's okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Now we're at post 2. It was harder than from the base camp to post 1, but from post 2 to post 3 it's even harder. So thanks Aaron for carrying the bags.
Let's just say if I could teleport to post 3 right now, I would do it right away. As the path unfolds, we found it more and more lethargic to get up this mountain. I cannot imagine how Yoko is able to do this every day for the past decade. It takes so much mental fortitude to climb up this mountain. And as we take short breaks, Yoko also constantly encouraged us to keep going. It took us a while to get to post 3. Even though we are left with a quarter of the journey to go, the mountain peak is still a distant mirage, shrouded completely by the fog. Tired. Just 1 more minute left. One more. Finally, here at post 4. So tired, but we made it.
Area camp.
Yeah.
I think it's your tent.
This one? And then you're staying beside?
I'm staying.
Oh, you stay here?
Yeah.
This is where we're going to sleep tonight, and as we said earlier, it's our first time sleeping in the tent on the mountain. I'm going to show you what's inside. So this is our tent. It's a 4-man tent, but it's only going to be the both of us tonight. Our guide was nice enough to give us his mat in case it gets too cold tonight. The guide just gave us biscuits, chocolate and coconut biscuits. This guy.
Hello, how are you? Monday. Yeah, Monday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's about like 15 degrees Celsius right now. There's a lot of people here setting up tents. It's really exciting because all of us are going up to Merbabu tomorrow morning. The peak itself is very visible from here right now, and in fact it is pretty beautiful. It's going to be exciting because now I'm seeing it. A lot more steps to get up.
This hike was definitely worth the view. The last part, every single step was like so high and so tough. It was as if I was doing a one-legged squat every single time I was going up with a 5 kg backpack on my back. we're going to ask our guide if we can help him cook, because we've never cooked outdoors before. I think it'll be exciting.
Our guide Yoko was the head chef of the entire contingent. Since there was no catering on top of the mountain, he and his team had to carry our entire supply of food up to this campsite just so that he can feed all of us. Because we couldn't stand by and just watch, we contributed to dinner in a very few ways we can. Dinner was delicious fried rice with tempeh, egg, as well as some freshly cut salad. But what was most important to us were the bonds that we formed through the conversations with the guides, making this the most rewarding meal we've ever had on a mountain. Morning, Char.
It's 3 AM in the morning and we are preparing to head out, get some breakfast, pack our stuff, and then get to the summit. It's 4 AM, we're about to start the last part of our hike, which will be in the dark.
There is something about nighttime ascents that feels so much more cathartic than daytime ones. Since visibility depends on how far we can see ahead of us with our torches, every step up this mountain feels like it was shrouded in mystery. Nighttimes are also more frigid and much more quiet. Our footsteps are often swallowed by the silence of the night. We had to take breaks, in fact, multiple times. Tough. It's going uphill again. As the first rays of dawn illuminate the Javanese sky, we know we're edging ever so close to the mountain peak. Finally.
It's 5 AM, we reached the peak.
We stopped like 7 times, but I can't believe we made it. It was so tiring to come up.
Our guide was just introducing to us the different mountains at the back, and apparently later during the day we'll be able to see even more mountains. For now, we're just going to watch the sunrise from right over there.
Super amazing views. Now we are standing on one of the 2 peaks of Mount Merbabu, and it's like just super amazing. You just really want to imprint this into our memory, and this is probably the most underrated view of the entire Java island.
The sky is so clear. We can see Mount Merapi, we can see where we were staying at last night. The clouds are amazing, you can see a texture on the mountains. So beautiful.
Shortly after sunrise, we descended Mount Merbabu. Along the way, we were treated to a pretty interesting sight of Mount Merapi emitting a plume of smoke. This is a reminder of how Merapi is still very much an active living volcano.
So this is probably the best makeup remover ever. Look at this. Look at my face. Look at this.
The guides made very delicious instant ramen. Super nice.
Now we're just packing up the tents and there's only one thing left to do, which is to get from Savannah 1 back down to our base camp. We're thankful for our guide for bringing us around, pacing us, and also cooking for us, especially the delicious dinner last night. Even though this wasn't the most difficult hike, we still managed to get right up there and we are going to head back down right now. See you in the base camp.
About 5 more minutes to go. I don't feel like walking anymore. One small step for Char, one big leap for Kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really thankful. So see you guys in our next video. We'll be doing so much more fun stuff in Yogyakarta.